Today I'll be interviewing one of my favorite local bands, Wawa Baby.
Hey.
Please introduce yourself and tell us what you do in the band.
Okay. My name is Matthew Lowe, and I'm the bassist slash keyboardist slash whatever it is in Wawa Baby.
Hi, my name is Ryan Hasty and I play guitar.
Hello, I'm Nashan. I'm the drummer.
Hi there, my name is Shaw Michael and I'm the vocalist for Wawa Baby.
What is your musical background outside of this band?
Outside of the band, I just kind of make music on the side, just practice my production skills and whatever. That's pretty much it though.
My musical background would be I started playing in church when I was 16, and then from there started Wawa around when I was 18 or 19. And besides that, I do teach part-time at a few schools in Durban. Yeah.
Same as Ryan. I started playing music in church and then also teach out of the band at least. And I'm a sound engineer as well.
My musical background essentially is like in primary school I dabbled a little bit in Indian classical music. And then I studied music at the campus of performing arts in Durban, and I sing on like different genres, types of shows like in Spanish and different types of music. Yeah.
Really cool, guys. How did the band come together?
So Wawa Baby came together as a little side project that we had at campus. We were performing all the time on campus for our practicals and experiencing music in that way, but we wanted something that invoked our passion for what we were doing and to not so much focus on studying, and we wanted to express ourselves musically. So Ryan and I had the idea to start a band, and we were scouting for the right types of individuals to include in our project. And on campus we came across a very cool individual named Matthew Lowe, who was this very quiet, mysterious boy, but we knew that he produced music, and so we got talking to him, and we listened to some of his songs, and we got together and decided to start the band. Initially it was like the three of us, and we've met some drummers along the way, and now we're here with Mr. Nashan, and he's doing a fantastic job. And within about a week of our inception of a band, we saw that Westall Warehouse, which is where we're at right now, was hosting a battle of the bands, and we entered and subsequently won, and that started our journey, and it's been such a wild ride ever since.
Super cool stuff, guys. What inspires you guys as a band, and what do you hope to inspire others?
I think what the band kind of inspires within myself is a lot of the self-confidence, not really giving so that's also what I wish a lot of people who come to watch us, or they feel, especially like with the kind of music that we play or that we write or how we dress or whatever, we kind of just own who we are and stuff, and it's nice to see in some cases where people see us and then they start doing whatever they want, and it's good. That's the inspiration. Top that.
What was the question again?
Top it. Please, can you repeat the question?
What inspires the band, and what does the band hope to inspire in others?
Just to carry on from Matthew's point, I think we would just like to inspire everyone else in the scene, and a whole lot of kids and people our age, I guess, that don't really fit in or haven't fit in for most of their lives, just to feel like they're safe and comfortable to be their authentic selves wherever they are, and mostly at the shows and the gigs and stuff. So I think that's what we'd like to inspire, just a very wholesome, inclusive setting for everyone, where it's just love and vibes and some heavy moshing sometimes.
We want to inspire people to make good music that's theoretically correct, as Master Shem would say. And I would say what inspires me in the band is to better myself as a musician, and just to be the best musician I can be.
We want to inspire other people to be their authentic selves. So what I love about the scene in Durban, as the scene as a whole in this country, is that it gives creative people a platform to express themselves, express what they're feeling, express their poetry in a way on stage and connect with people in the audience. It's always inspirational to be able to share something that personal in a very creative way and a very loud and fun way, and to have that energy reciprocated back to you from the audience. So what inspires the band really is to always like push ourselves a little bit more. We're inspired like by the greats in their individual rights. You know, like there's the saying in painting when it goes to the old masters, and we're inspired by the masters beforehand to improve each thing that we do, which is why I think we tackle different genres a lot as well, is because we're trying to encompass the fact that we can do music on various different levels and in very different places. So we're inspired to continue to grow, and we want to also inspire growth for each individual, but also in the scene as a whole.
How did you guys come into a life of music in South Africa? We all know it wasn't for the money.
I came.
What?
Oh, pause.
Into the life of music. I was doing a dramatic pause. It started off with a smile, a very good smile. And you know, you just introduce yourself and you say what you do, what your name is, and then you have to make sure to make your intentions known. Say, okay, look, I think you're beautiful. I think you're beautiful. And then take it from there.
What the hell?
Like I mentioned previously, I have roots in the church scene, so that's where I started. And then after that, Wawa started. I mean, I've had a good foundation in very classic rock and blues from the time I started playing, so it just felt right to go in that direction.
For me, same, started at church, but I would say I only joined the scene when I joined Wawa, but when I wanted to join the scene is when I joined the campus of performing arts.
Yeah, so obviously we all had a little dabble in music before, but in terms of like coming into music, actually, sorry, please repeat the question. Shit.
How did you come into the life of music in South Africa? We know it wasn't about the money.
Fair. So yeah, it definitely wasn't about the money. Wawa definitely started as a passion project because we were all very passionate about music and about what we do and being creative and expressing ourselves in that way. Yeah, so we came into it as a passion project, and then Battle of the Bands really kicked off our professional career. For me personally, outside of the band, the music wasn't really my first choice. I'm a creative person, like to create and express myself in different ways, and initially for me it was acting, modeling, and all other types of creative arts, and coming into music was something that happened by chance, but probably really God sent. The universe puts things in your life at the right points, and the thing with music is that culturally each of us come from a little bit of a different cultural background, and music is this thing that exists outside of us already. It exists, and all we do is really express and translate it to an audience. So I think we all came into music because there was something innately about us that we wanted to give back in a creative way. And we also want to carry on a legacy of people that came before us who perform music. Ryan and I both come from musical families, and to carry on that energy into a new space and to take it to other people to express it in that way. Music is innately a beautiful human experience, so we just came into something that everyone has inside of them. Pause. But yeah, I'm very grateful to be here. On the inside.
Can you each describe yourself in 3 words?
Quaffed, quafter, and quafters. Please cut that part out.
Okay, if I 3 words to describe me: first, enigmatic; second, eccentric; and lastly, open-minded.
I got my 3 words. Son of God.
Shoo represents.
No distillery.
Still, natural, and godly.
Stubborn. Hot-headed. Oh wait, that's you. How many words is that? So I said stubborn, hot-headed, and determined.
If you could combine 3 different animals into one super animal, what animals would they be and why?
Do the animals have to be real? Like existing already? Like, can we?
Like,
Yeah,
can
that's
they be
a-
extinct? Is that what you're
No, can they like be mythological?
Creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep it open.
A crocodile. Okay, reason being, crocodiles, I don't know if you know, have like no weaknesses at all. It's insane. Ryan. And something that can fly. A phoenix. There you go.
I would choose a horse, a gorilla,
Oh, fuck, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
and wait, something that could fly as well. A dragon.
A lion, but like an elephant lion, you know, so it's like an elephant size lion, you know what I'm saying? So like an elephant lion, and then instead of a tail, it has a crocodile fucking head, it has a tail.
A crocodile head is a tail.
Yeah, ask him that's like a super animal right there.
I would choose a tiger, a human, and
Animals, yeah.
we are animals, bro.
Mammals, bro, we're not animals.
Mammals are also animals, bro.
No, I know, but there's a difference between Homo sapien and
So,
an animal.
so essentially, humans are animals with consciousness. So I choose a human because I think the consciousness part is important. So I choose a tiger, a human, and something with a wingspan, a bat, but with appropriate sized wings for this animal. Yeah.
Represent for all the bats in Durban.
What is your guys' personal favorite genre of music to listen to and play?
Oof,
Hi, this is hard.
very hard.
Sure.
Pause.
What is the question?
What is your favorite genre of music to listen to and play?
Separately or together?
Country music's very fun to play. It always gets you in a good mood, I feel. And it's always like, kind of jumpy. I would say country.
I like 80s pop rock. I feel like that makes me a Bali, but I like that. I like playing that. I love Toto, guys. I just want to put it out there. I love Toto. Any rock, but 80s pop rock specifically.
Anything that's like funky. Yeah,
So funk.
funk basically. But that's such a broad way to say it, because like Chili Peps are also funky, but they also rock, you know what I'm saying?
I would say jazz, especially old school jazz standards from like the 50s era. I'm big fan of like people like Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday.
If you guys could form a celebrity band, who would you choose, their roles, and what genre would the band play?
Let's each say our roles, I think. So,
Okay, yeah, so Steve Gadd as the drummer.
Guthrie Govan as the guitarist.
Jacob Zuma as the bassist.
Chris Cornell as the vocalist. No,
The band you formed.
What are we naming this band?
Yeah, what were you naming and what genre are you guys playing?
I'd like to call them
Listen properly. There you go.
Listen Properly.
And they would play?
Could even call them the
Everything, bro. What this band calls for, they Wawa babying it.
Key attributes to being a musician in 2025.
A mix of having tough skin and on also sensitivity. Obviously determination and discipline for like your practice and all that stuff.
I definitely say in 2025, one of the key things would be like being really good with your social media. And I'm terrible with social media, so I know you should be clued up with it. Obviously determination, practice with the metronome, guys. Practice with the metronome, social media. Just be a lacquer oak.
Determination. Wait, what the question was?
What would you be in SpongeBob SquarePants show?
Okay, yeah, so determination, practice with the metronome as he said, and learn your notation and music theory.
I actually agree with everything everyone said. I think a big part of being a musician in 2025 is definitely social media presence and knowing how to navigate that. But also good stage presence, good media training, and definitely be brushed up on your general knowledge and also your music theory. Understand what you're doing so that you can be better always.
What is your guys' favorite thing about the 03 scene?
I think the sense of community is very cool. Everyone's usually coming to support one another, which is really nice.
I quite like the diversity of the scene. I mean, depending on the
Speak a little bit
weekend.
louder.
I can't even hear you right behind you.
I like the diversity in the scene. Depending on the weekend, you could get any vibe you're really looking for. If you're looking for like open mic, chilled vibes. If you're looking for a goth day event, one happened yesterday. If you want to go to a Wawa show, we've got everything, and we've got some genre identity problems. Sus, but yeah.
Chandra
Stop making the count go up.
Sorry.
Carry on.
No, you're still tuning.
And I'm done.
I like the characters that we meet from all the different bands. Everybody's vibe is cool and different and unique to them, and very cool people to play with in the scene. And we all support each other.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone said the damn right thing, but it's definitely the authenticity of everyone that's in the scene. Everyone has a true sense of identity and what they want to represent. That's really cool. And it doesn't seem like there's as much pressure that you might find in other places to be someone that you're not, to present something, to be successful, because that's not the initiative behind it. It's to be authentic. So I love the authenticity. It's really nice.
Beautiful answers, guys. If you had 2 million rand to spend on the 03 scene, what would you spend it on?
Me as a sound engineer, I would invest that 2 million in smaller portions to host gigs where I know I have money to fall back on. So like if say the event doesn't work out, like the first few events don't work out, I still have money to pay the bands and the camera crew and all the different people that would be working for that event. Yeah, that's how I would use that 2 million.
Switch and KFC sponsorships. Just working towards that.
Switch sponsorship.
You gotta keep the O's fed and hydrated, energetic. I think I would invest the 2 million in a sound media and eventing company to ensure that we have good sound equipment for events. We have good media presence for events in terms of videography and photography, in terms of what we need for the events, in terms of lighting, and just everything to host a good event. Because I feel a lot of times people have great ambitions for the scene, but a lot of people just don't have the facilities, or we're often utilizing things that are probably not optimal to get the best sound or the best experience out. So something to just make that a little bit more accessible and happen, to make the scene happen a bit more. That's where I put 2 million.
I think practically I would go with what everybody else said. Cool, really good sound system or media and events company. Impractically, I'd buy like 50 or more guitar pedals and make sure all of you in the 03 scene can hear them. Thank you.
What is a place you guys are really excited to hopefully tour one day?
Anywhere in the world. Jamaica.
We know why.
Amsterdam.
We know why.
Australia, because I know my way around there and it's a beautiful place. And yeah,
There's spiders and shit.
not a lot.
You know the soul can't stay with a cockroach in the room, yeah?
There's no cockroaches there.
But there's spiders, so that's even worse.
Only little
That's
bits.
on the other hand.
Can't be worse than the Durban.
No.
I would say South America. I've seen how crazy the rock concerts go that side, so definitely somewhere in South America.
Yeah, South America would be amazing. Definitely for the rock concerts and not the Latina baddies. But I would love to tour Turkey or India, or both.
Oh, back to the homeland.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your favorite song to play as a band?
There's one but this sounds smart. So sing it with us. You know the one.
I don't know the one.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's probably that.
Yeah, it's the most fun one.
It's probably.
There's two.
Oh, there's
it's,
two.
It's Give It Away and Hendrix.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Jimi Hendrix mashup that we do, which is Voodoo Child and Purple Haze and a little bit of Hey Joe, and Give It Away by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Ocean, that's true, a name for a song.
No, but it's a mashup.
Yeah, it's a mashup.
What is your guys' beverage of choice?
We know what kind of water you like.
Milkshakes, any flavor, just milkshakes.
My beverage of choice, because it probably gives you the most hydration and good minerals and potassium, is probably coconut water.
So healthy of you. What a healthy band.
Pineapple juice, the Tropica one. I just marked the Tropica pineapple juice. Yeah.
Nice.
You need to write an album, describe your perfect creative process and environment for doing this.
These are sportsy. That's like the perfect environment. That's where we write most of our stuff at the moment. Sometimes we make up songs in the cab and all. Anyway, it's
I mean, we normally can make music anyway, but given this option, I think let's not talk about the location, because I think we could go into the hills and make music, or just go down to the beach and make music.
Sure.
So the station inside the house or building, we need a coffee station, we need a DOP section. What else do we need?
a chow section.
Chow section.
Chow section.
A PlayStation,
Definitely.
because we get very passionate about playing Tekken and Rocket League and Fortnite Dragon Ball Z Fighters. I don't know if you guys play that.
And these are smart FIFA.
And FIFA sometimes. We get fired up, passion is happening, and then we write. And yeah, what else would you say?
Yeah, I agree. As long as we're like in the right environment together, like we're vibing well, it could be anywhere. But preferably if we could have any location, I'd like to be somewhere like away in nature, with a lot of nature around, a little bit of calm, a lot of stars, a lot of time for reflective thoughts, and yeah, definitely with some good hydration, some good DOP station, bro. Like make sure we're all chilling and having a good time. Yeah.
What advice would you give to new and upcoming musicians in the South African scene?
Practice a lot with the metronome. Always practice.
Please, bro.
And then when you clear practice, DOS with the metronome on in your ears. And then when you wake up, practice some more. Just don't stop practicing.
I would say, yeah, definitely focus on expanding your theoretical capabilities. Expand the type of music you listen to. Don't get stuck into listening to one type of music. Make sure you're listening to various musics from different cultures, from different eras, for different vibes, for different experiences, and get an understanding of what all of that means and how that makes people feel, and how you want to take inspiration from all of that to translate into your own music. Yeah, stay passionate. Always find the passion.
I would say try to find your sound. Don't try and be something that you're not. Just be authentically you. Definitely practice a lot, and just be a good person to the musicians and people around you, and you'll find that opportunities will find you. What you give out is what you'll get back eventually. So put in a lot of practice, put in a lot of kindness and effort into the people around you, your bandmates and the other professionals you work with, then it's easy sailing.
Mine would be to come into the scene humble and open-minded, and then I like what Sham said about keeping your passion. That really does make a difference in how successful you feel that you are, because success is basically just in your own perception.
And if you're practicing, don't sit down with a plan to practice and then start noodling on something else. Sit down and practice the thing you're supposed to practice. Yeah, focus on what you sat down to practice, and have a practice routine of what you're going to practice for that hour or 2 hours.
So to summarize the practice, what is your guys' favorite KZN food? Sisa nyama, buri rolls, or bunny chow?
Bunny chow. Definitely.
Shisanyama is what? It's a braai.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a braai.
Or bunny chow.
Yeah, no, but I'd take a braai over a bunny chow. There's more of a selection from a braai.
Personally, it's not those options, because I don't eat bread, so and I don't eat meat. But I love, and I think this is very typically Durban, but like a good cup of tea, strong tea with hot milk, and then hit me up with a roti roll with your granny's herb. Put the herbs inside the roti, roll that thing up, and have it one cup tea. Hey, bruh. Not the mati herbs. Those things smell. No. Sour herbs, Ashma.
No, yeah, that's also lekker.
Can't go wrong.
Pumpkin herbs. Hey, watercress.
If you had to choose one person from the KZN scene to go to war with, who would it be and why?
Benjamin from Scrubs.
You stole my answer.
Exactly.
Luke Coda
From?
from Fundamentals and PHP Door.
I'm definitely saying Ben Holmes from Scrubs.
We all can't take him.
Yeah, no,
yes, we
because
can.
that would be my choice as well.
we can, boy.
That would be my choice as well if the so demonstrates.
Can we have 4 Bens from Scrubs, please?
We'll fight for Ben. I'm taking Ben as well.